Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with the day of the crypto news and analysis, and I hope everybody's having a great day so far. It is Thursday. We are marching into the weekend. I couldn't be happier. Honestly, today we are going to be seeing the monthly candle close for all of crypto, including HBAR. Hopefully we get a solid, nice little close on most assets as well as Bitcoin, sorry. But I'm not too excited, as you guys already know, for my original video today. I think that it's going to take a little bit more time, but overall I think that we are still very good in regards to overall price targets, also support zones being held, and so forth. So overall, today we're going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph. Listen, I'm extremely bullish on this asset. It's a massive asset, as you guys already know. So, if you guys are an HBAR holder, if you guys do like Hedera Hashgraph content, I don't even know why you guys aren't even subscribed to this channel. If you guys haven't already, definitely turn that, those notifications on to never miss an update as well. And also smash this like button because it does help the channel grow immensely, and it does help the videos get recognized a little bit more by a lot of people. And I do love to teach people about something like HBAR because this is life-changing gains, realistically speaking, and we are extremely early into the game. So overall, we're going to be talking about some markets that I think that HBAR could really disrupt. We're also going to be talking about some connections from past partnerships that we've seen, as well as talking about the coin perspective of HBAR in regards to price appreciation as well, in regards to getting to that $10 plus zone. So overall, sit back, relax, and let's just jump into it, and let's talk about Hedera Hashgraph. So first and foremost, I tweeted this, right? This goes back to 5:29 p.m., pretty much almost like an hour ago, and it's CNBC. They're saying that the U.S. electric grid is an impressive but outdated system. Here's what it will take to make a 100% clean grid a reality. Watch this full video here, and I said HBAR fixes this. Now, I'm going to mute this because this is extremely loud, first off, but watch what they're talking about, right? So first off, they're saying 7,000, let me go back to that, 7,300 plus major power plants, right, 2016, 160,000 miles of high voltage lines, 2016 as well. So obviously it's impressive, it's cool, whatever. But we do see 3,000 electric utilities, 2019, 154.9 million total customers. Huge grid, like I said. Now they're talking about pretty much getting into the green aspect. They're talking about how much power everything uses. They're talking about clean energy, which I still think that solar power and like stuff like that could be a little bit more reinventive. To be honest with you, I think that's kind of like taking a step backward a little bit. I think that we could do a lot better, right? So how do we do a lot better? Well, it's with HBAR, right? First off, power transition. I've been talking to you guys about power transition since back in April, I want to say, April or May. And this is actually a microgrid management platform to transform how energy is used, managed, and traded by governments, businesses, and individuals. Now, we do see here it provides a peer-to-peer energy marketplace and management platform for consumer and business microgrids. We do see 45 homes enabled in Corby, UK, $19 billion microgrid market estimate by 2024, and 3 to 5 second HBAR finality, of course. Now, here's the challenge, right? The power transition team wants to enable a fair, direct peer-to-peer that can unequivocally be trusted by all parties. The solution, Hedera, was the platform of choice for its stability and high throughput. Now, they are talking about how energy has drastically, changed. They're talking about our environmental footprints here. They're talking about the green corporations and the emphasis on green corporations as well. Now, if we do see down here, they're talking about, Power Transition believes that they have the ability to take it to the next era. They're driving to create a peer-to-peer energy trading and microgrid management platform. In short, this will start by allowing consumer homes to establish a microgrid, a local grid that can operate independently and create a marketplace between homes in times of excess and shortage. To solve this, Power Transition team wanted to enable individuals to trust each other with as little overhead as possible. Well fit for a distributed ledger, the requirements were to have a stable platform to build on with a high throughput mechanism to exchange value, and we already know that HBAR is the best choice for this. So overall, I think that what they're trying to do here is pretty big, but we also talk about a few other ones, right? So first off, we talk about Rectify. So let's go and check out what Rectify is actually doing overall as well. So first off, we're talking about going carbon negative, right? Within the entire, carbon offset of financial services, healthcare, social working, supply chain, multimedia, sustainable energy, all that beautiful stuff that we talk about all the time in regards to energy efficiency throughout the entire pretty much day-to-day life, right? So when we talk about sustainable, energy. We also talk about Dovu, which is a tokenized data economy for DeFi carbon offsetting. That this is I just talked about this just the other day in regards to pretty much carbon offsetting and carbon markets, carbon credits. So Dovu is doing incredible things, but we also talk about other things in regards to even going green in regards to climate change. We're talking about, also when I talk about this, just for an idea on what we're basically trying to do here within Hedera is basically just trying to get a lot of these, main target points to carbon zero, which with a lot of these use cases, we can get there. For an example, we talk about EDF, right? So EDF cited their intention to use the Hedera token service to build a carbon offset and carbon marketplace. Now this gets very interesting because we also talk about Rectify as well, which I'm going to open again in another tab. So let's actually jump over to right now EDF, right? So top 5 global utility EDF joins Hedera Governing Council. Now what they're trying to do is, again, going all the way back to this tweet, they basically want to fix the microgrid systems, but we also talk about what they're doing with power transition as well. All of this goes hand in hand with what they're trying to do in regards to building this massive network of efficiency and carbon neutrality. So they're talking about EDF has undertaken to produce increasingly low carbon electricity and achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. So they're basically saying, hey, listen, we could do what they're trying to do here in comparison to a 100% clean grid. That's basically what they're trying to achieve here. Now, again, they have a lot of subsidiaries as well. But also when we're talking about this, we talk about here in the near future, distributed computing and support increasingly decentralized electrical systems. Sorry, I was moving my mic. Complex supply chains and exchanges of digital assets, energy certificates, GHG credits, and more. Multiple pieces of the distributed ledger technology ecosystem will form the puzzle pieces that make this vision a reality, right? So when they're talking about this, they're talking about the operations that they're going to do. They're going to be, utilizing the HTS or the Hedera token service as well to really kind of leverage it and deploy a carbon offset and carbon credit system on Hedera in line with our overarching mission. Additionally, we will be exploring other use cases that leverage the technological advancements of speed and security that Hedera brings. So overall, when we're talking about energy, we're talking about, energy efficiency. It could all be accomplished using Hedera Hashgraph, but we also talk about Rectify because Rectify is doing similar things again, right? We do see here it's an automated, decentralized, and scalable marketplace that accelerates investment in clean energy and climate solutions by making it faster, cheaper, and easier to trade renewable energy credits, carbon offsets, and other environmental commodities. Again, check out this, right? 650,000 times less energy per transaction than Ethereum, at a fraction of a cent, of course. $1 transaction fee to tokenize a digital REC, right? Or REC. So this is going to be the pretty much game changer for energy generation, renewable energy generation as well. We're talking about pretty much marching forward into a green age. I've always talked about that, and here is the Rectify automates DREC transactions from end to end. Again, it all goes hand in hand with a lot of things, but we also talk about enabling 24/7 hourly load matching. This is the features and benefits also, by the way, just so you guys know, enables DeFi products, energy efficient DREC tokenization, tracks power grid carbon intensity. Again, all goes back to what I was just talking about in regards to HBAR fixing this. But there's so many other use cases as well here. And we also see the key steps in automated DREC tokenization on Hedera, again, utilizing the HCS and also the HTS as well. And here's Rectify, here's Hedera Hashgraph, and here's how it all will work together. Tokenizing DRECs on Hedera for scalability, speed, and cost savings, of course. And then we also see here built on the most ecologically friendly public network. Rectify is a founding member of the Crypto Climate Accord and seeks to enable all the world's blockchains to be powered by 100% renewables by 2025. Hedera's energy efficiency is the core to the platform's scalability and sustainability. And this is what I was talking about, right? Listen, HBAR is going to be utilized by a lot of these other technologies, a lot of these other platforms, a lot of these other companies as well. I could see a lot of these other, blockchain technologies actually coming over to Hedera and being built on Hedera for the scalability factor, efficiency, and also the green aspect. And this is what I talk about, right? That green aspect is something to not disregard because it is a massive price appreciation market as well. And also, with that being said, I think that kind of sums it up, right? HBAR fixes this. HBAR and its also partners fix this combined. And I think a lot of people also agree. We even see here HBAR or EWT would work as well, since I begs both. We also see here, sure does, HDFofficial, like I said, and Rectify are working on smart grids, aren't they? So when we're talking about this, right, I think HBAR is a perfect choice for a lot of this, but I don't think people realize what HBAR is. And I think that this, from NASDAQ.com, this article sums it up a little bit better, right? Hedera Hashgraph doesn't have much appeal in a sea of competition because not a lot of people know of its name, but soon they will, right? And they even say here as well, it isn't widely discussed as many others in crypto space. Let's begin by understanding why its price movement likely plays a large factor in that truth. I don't think it's the price. I just think that a lot of people don't realize how big this asset actually is just yet. And I think that is exactly why we are so early in adopting this asset. So overall, I think that this is an incredible asset. Now let's go to Phobia, right? So a lot of people actually sold HBAR based on this news. They didn't want anything to do with, vaccines or vaccination. I think a lot of people are just taking this way too, serious overall, but it is what it is. Now, obviously, this is a pretty big use case by Hedera, but I don't really care about this use case, and I don't really care about what they're doing here. I understand how big this is, and I've already talked about how big this is, but I'm more so concerned about Phobia's overall individuals that they're already connected with. So when we go to Phobia's website, first off, they have a ton of use cases. They're talking about retail, sports and entertainment, hospitality and tourism, and also other industries, right? 100% visibility of every transaction, 2-minute POS integration time, 89% loyalty retention fee or retention rate, and all this kind of stuff, right? It's cool, whatever. But check their partners out. So first off, they are partnered with the Coupon Bureau. They are also partnered with AWS, and they are also partnered with Shopify and also BD as well. BD is pretty big too. Now, listen, I've already talked to you guys about the Coupon Bureau. I've also talked to you guys about how Shopify is a huge, e-commerce brand. This could be very interesting to see where this goes long term, because I don't think that this is just going to be the only use case that they actually utilize from Hedera Hashgraph. But this is the start of what's to come within this little bit of a partnership, if you will. And I think that this could be pretty big long term as well. So overall, Phobia has incredible partners behind it. Now we also talk about Sparkle, right? Again, Sparkle is using them to leverage the e-receipt and universal digital coupon apps. Again, granted, I've already talked about this partnership as well, but we also talk about Sparkle's partnerships, right? So again, they're doing incredible things. Sparkle is doing great. They're talking about speed, reduce risk, all that stuff. But check out their partners, right? I understand that there's not huge names on here, but they are also partnered with Burger King. They're also partnered with BP, which BP is a huge brand as well. Now, again, these are just most of or some of their partners, I believe. But overall, there's a lot more in regards to this. But we also see even other partnerships. And again, we could see Track and Trace probably coming out of this as well. Now, we do see Pampers on here. We also see a few other ones, Swifter, P&G, Johnson & Johnson. There's so many big names within Sparkle's ecosystem. So when we're talking about these partnerships, we also see it bleed into other partnerships that company has, and it's all connecting that ecosystem together within the wing of Hedera Hashgraph. So when we talk about HBAR's price, I'm going to compare it to Dogecoin, right? So overall, I'm going to compare it to Dogecoin just because Dogecoin is like the easiest one to really kind of just get to. In regards to Dogecoin's price right now currently, let's go to Dogecoin's overall market cap this year alone. So first off, I actually don't even know the circulating supply of Dogecoin just yet. So it's about 131.5 billion. So when we're talking about that, I'm just going to round it to 131.5 billion. I think it hit I'm just going to go 70 cents. Roughly about a $92 billion market cap. So let's just go to a $90 billion market cap and see where we would land. So we would be basically at about $8.94. That's at Dogecoin's all-time high, which Dogecoin's all-time high is a little bit higher, but I'm just going to estimate it to a nice little, number that we could pretty much relatively be able to see and understand. So when we're talking about this, $8.94 is a fairly easy target for me personally to see HBAR hit. I still think that $10 is an easy target. I mean, Not selling any HBAR until $10 is a little bit of a stretch. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think taking profit on the way up is the go-to. That's why I have an exit strategy on my website, NCashOfficial. But overall, when we're talking about HBAR, when we're talking about the end price, I think that we could easily see some high price valuations for HBAR. $10 to $15 is achievable in my opinion. But more conservative prices are like $3 to $6 this bull run. So overall, when we're talking about the end goal, though, we also talk about HBAR, replacing Ethereum, replacing ADA, basically making those two assets obsolete. I think the long-term view behind HBAR, considering the fact what they're doing in, the green aspect, they're talking about, connecting with a lot of other areas as well. That digital coupon, ecosystem, that's going to be a massive ecosystem that a lot of people are also, sort of underwhelmed by. But I think a lot of the connections that we're seeing within the Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem, there's some big names in there that are going to prosper without us even knowing. And I think that they're names that are explosive in regards to price appreciation as well from a corporation and business standpoint. But from a retail investment, standpoint, a lot of people don't really get surprised or excited until you see like something like Walmart partnering with them or Amazon or so. But a lot of those companies are already on the forefront just in the background that you don't really see. And that's why I like to compare what Sparkle and Phobia and all these other companies that are already partnered with HBAR are already partnered with as well. So the ecosystem bleeds together and it all continues together as well. So when we're talking about this, I think that HBAR is an easy choice. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys don't want free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. Just before this, been Nick. Peace out, guys.